Hi guys, I hope that you're having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with my best purchases of 2024. So I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? I was very fortunate this year. I was able to add some awesome pieces to my collection. And as much as I would like to include all of them in today's video, I have narrowed it down to the following. Now, some of these I have not been able to put down since I added them to my collection, and others are on here because I just couldn't believe that they have finally become part of my collection. And I'm sure you guys already know which bags those are. All right, so these are going to be in no particular order. So the first item is the Fendi mini baguette in the classic Fendi monogram. So this bag right here, my goodness, it has been in constant rotation since I added it to my collection. I seriously cannot get enough of it. I think it is absolutely fantastic. And the main reason why I end up gravitating towards it so much is because of its versatility. I love that I can incorporate it into my collection various ways. I love using this bag crossbody, and you guys know I'm not a crossbody type of person, like at all. I love using it crossbody. I love using it as a shoulder bag, as a hand carry bag on the crook of my arm. Sometimes I've taken off both straps and I've used it as a little clutch, but I think it is wonderful. And even though it is a mini bag, it doesn't feel like a mini bag. It doesn't feel like it's this useless thing that you can only fit a couple of items in your bag. Definitely not. I feel like it's pretty spacious to a certain extent for a mini bag, but I mean, honestly, I just cannot get enough of this handbag. I think it is fabulous. And I also love how carefree this material is. To me, this is a perfect grab and go, don't think about it type of bag. I've used it, of course I haven't used it in the snow because it never snows here, but I've used it in the rain, no problem. Of course, I've used it in the sun and all that good stuff, but it's just been wearing amazingly well. For as often as I have used it, it's great. It's absolutely great. I do have some hairline scratches on the hardware here, but that's to be expected. But in general, I mean, I feel like this is such a joy to use. Every time that I bust it out and I know I'm going to be using this bag, I get this stupid grin on my face. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a kid at Christmas because I'm so excited about using it, you know? I don't know if you guys feel the same way when it comes to certain handbags in your collection, but that's exactly how this bag makes me feel. And I honestly thought that there was a moment that I thought that I wouldn't use this as much as my classic baguettes because I love those as well. But it seems to have also become a bag that is going to be on my most used list as well. So you guys are going to be seeing this in another video. Again, because I feel it's so lightweight, it's so comfortable, that I don't feel that this bag is going to weigh down my shoulder. Even if I have it fully loaded, even if I have it filled up to the brim, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. If I go to use it crossbody, it doesn't dig into my skin. It doesn't feel like it's uncomfortable. Even though you have this little part of fabric here and the rest of it is a chain, it does have some good weight to it as far as the chain goes, but it's not like super, super heavy, and it's not hollow either, so you don't have to feel like it's flimsy. But again, very, very comfortable to use on your shoulder, crossbody. It's just, I can seriously talk about this bag until the cows come home. I'm not going to do that because we have some others to get through, but I seriously think it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I feel like this bag right here just solidified how head over heels in love I am with the baguette silhouette in general. Because I've said it before, give me all the baguettes. Give me the nanos, give me the minis, give me the classic, the regular, the large, it doesn't matter. I am a huge, huge fan, and I can honestly see myself going for another mini baguette. Maybe I will go for the white one because you guys know it was between this one and the white one. This one definitely won me over, but that white one still haunts my dreams for sure. So I think it's just fantastic. Fantastic. And speaking of Fendi, this video would not be complete without this guy right here because it also made my best purchases list. This is the Fendi Nano Baguette Bag Charm. This guy is incredible. I did buy them together and I have not been able to put this down either. I feel like I'm constantly incorporating it into all of my handbags. Now, even though it is a bag charm, and at the time when I picked it up, I wasn't as crazy about bag charms as I am right now. But even though I knew it was a bag charm, I was like, ooh, this would be perfect to use it as a wallet. This would be perfect to use it as a catch-all. And that's exactly how I've incorporated it into my collection. I have used it as a bag charm from time to time. I've added it onto the little, to the mini baguette. I think it looks super cute. But even though it is small, I also feel like this is very, very functional because again, I have been able to incorporate it those ways into my collection. So as a wallet, this is wonderful. I mean, you do have a little bit of a slip pocket here, and it is quite spacious. So I've been able to fit the entire contents of a large size wallet into this, which I think is great. It's been even better as a catch-all. It fits the mini lipsticks, it fits my key fob, it fits everything that I need. Kind of like a junk drawer, you know, obviously a catch-all, but it's been great. I have rarely used the little chain that it comes with because I did try to use it a couple of times as a bag. No, absolutely not. I felt like I overwhelmed this little thing. I mean, come on, look at this. It's like, oh, I feel enormous next to this. So using it as a little handbag definitely doesn't work for me. But as a catch-all, as a wallet, it's been phenomenal. I feel like I've become one of those people that uses everything as a wallet, but a wallet, because it's a pouch, all right? A pouch, you can incorporate it into your collection so many different ways. It doesn't have to be a catch-all. It doesn't have to be a wallet. It doesn't have to be a bag charm. You can use it as a handbag. You can use it as a key pouch. You can use it as a money pouch. I don't know, but as a lipstick pouch, what have you. I feel like the possibilities are endless with when it comes to pouches in general. But even though it is technically a bag charm, it is a very functional bag charm because of the million ways that you can use this. So I am all for it. It's super cute, and I love that this has the oversized FFs because I feel like it just kind of makes it look that much more like that much cuter, and it maybe makes it look a little bit more ridiculous, but in the best possible way. I don't even know if that makes any sense or not, but it makes sense up here. But I am loving these. I seriously want to add more of these to my collection as well, but they pricey, so I'm kind of trying to take it a little bit easy, take it a little bit slow, but they are wonderful. Now the next item is this guy. This is the Louis Vuitton Desk Agenda in the monogram canvas. If you guys watched my latest obsessions video, this item was in that video, and as I mentioned in that video, this item has been absolutely fantastic. This is by far some of the best money that I have ever spent on a Louis Vuitton small leather good. I am just that crazy about it. Now I'm sure some of you guys are thinking, big whoop, it's just an agenda. But even though it is just an agenda, I love the simplicity that it has, and this to me has been essential because I do end up using it as a planner for my finances, and it's been awesome that way. What I love about this the most is the simplicity. I love that it doesn't have a pen holder. I love that it doesn't have a snap button closure, that it doesn't have an S-lock closure, nothing like that. So I feel like it makes it that much more comfortable for me to write in the agenda versus having something a little bit bulky on the sides that I feel like I have to kind of, you know, squeeze in whatever I want to write down. Again, because there are no obstacles, I feel like it's just a free form type of writing and you can just go to town. So I love that. I absolutely love it. What I ended up doing, I actually have 3 different types of planners and whatnot in here because I didn't want to use the giant, the 6 rings on here. I didn't want to use anything like that because I really like the spiral notebook. I feel like it makes it a little bit easier, it makes it a little bit more comfortable for me. So I actually took 3 different agendas or 3 different planners, and I took different pieces out of them. The hubs definitely helped me so we can piece it together to work the way that I want it to work. I was able to add this guy in here, a little pocket divider. I also have some stickers on here, but I have everything by the month, and then I also have regular lined paper. It was time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was such a headache to put everything together and take, you know, pieces from here, pieces from there, and paper from there. It was not fun, but I feel like it was so worth it because now it's exactly the way that I envisioned it, and it's perfect for what I want to use it for. I honestly think it's awesome, and I do prefer to, because it doesn't have any type of closure, I do prefer to use this as an at-home planner versus taking it out, because if I was going to take it to work or something like that, I would want to have a little bit more of a security feature. That's where the agenda GMs come in, because I feel like it's a little bit more private. So those I strictly use for work, and this I strictly use at home. But again, I just can't get enough of it. I think it is wonderful. So very, very simple, but I feel like it gets the job done, and it's perfect for what I want to use it for. I have thought about going for another one, and I talked about it in the video. I thought about going for another one, but I'm like, why would I need 2? Then I thought maybe I can use another one as a journal. That would be great. My goodness. But yeah, I think it's great. I love using these. I love that it has these little slip pockets as well. And then you also have the credit card slots on this side. So it's awesome. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, some of the best money that I have ever spent on small leather goods for Louis Vuitton. Now, the next two items I'm not going to spend too much time on because, like the desk agenda, they were also in my latest obsessions video. And I, of course, am talking about these bad boys right here. They are the Longchamp Le Pliage cosmetic pouch with flap. I have it in the burgundy as well as the green or the Kelly green. I also have it in the fuchsia, but that was from a different year. But these guys right here, I think are absolutely fabulous. First of all, you know how I feel about pouches, all right? Especially small pouches like this. You can incorporate them into your collection so many different ways. I think it's incredible. I've mostly been using them as a catch-all cosmetic pouch as well as sometimes a wallet, and they're great. They're great. They're not too small. They're not like itty-bitty where you have to be super careful how you put your items inside. Definitely not. I feel like they're pretty spacious considering their size. Look at that. I have been able to fit at least 30 full-size lipsticks in here. Oh yeah, because I tried. I was like, how much can I actually fit in here? So I sat there for like an hour trying to fit different lipsticks in here, and I got away with 30 plus some lotions. So I can only imagine how much more you can fit in here if you didn't want to carry, you know, just a ton of lipsticks with you. Not like I'm going to be carrying 30 lipsticks with me, but you get the idea. But I think that they're great. Not only are they so insanely versatile, they're also insanely durable because this material, I feel like this is such a workhorse. You don't have to worry about how you're using it either. You don't have to be like, oh, I don't want to scratch it. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. They are so insanely durable. They are so insanely carefree. And not to mention, I feel like they have such a friendly price point. They don't break the bank, and they're available in a variety of different colors as well. So I feel like these definitely knocked it out of the park for me when it came to this year and how I wanted to incorporate, you know, different pouches into my collection. I love some of the other pouches that I have, but I just constantly end up gravitating towards these guys. And I know that they have seasonal colors that always come out. So I feel like I'm constantly on the lookout to see what other colors they're going to release. But I love this green. It's absolutely beautiful. And I have been using the green one mostly as a little handbag because I did get this little kit that I showed you guys when I unboxed this or when I revealed it. This little thing has been wonderful. So if I wanted to use it as a little mini handbag, you have that option as well. But I think that these are great because, again, the durability, the versatility, and not to mention the friendly price point. To me, this is a chef's kiss when it comes to a pouch. That's it. I promise I won't bring them up again because I know that I've talked your guys' ear off on them, but I'm just saying, I highly recommend them. Okay, so let's keep going, shall we? Now, the next two items, like I mentioned in the beginning, they're on here because I cannot believe they are finally part of my collection. They have been on my sub wish list for what seems like eons, like an eternity. So the fact that I was able to acquire both of them this year just completely knocked my socks off. I am talking about number one, the Gucci large horsebit hobo. So this bag, you guys know, like I feel like my cheeks hurt because I feel like I'm grinning like an idiot as I'm holding it up. I think it is fantastic. It's a large hobo. It's this massive bag that is just, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but as I've mentioned previously, I feel like this is GOAT status Gucci. When I think of a Gucci bag, I immediately think of this one. Maybe it's because I've wanted it for so long and finally hunting it down in the condition that it was in was like I never thought that would happen. It was like a dream come true when I came across it. So I was like, how can I not include this bag, you know, on this list? But it's awesome. Absolutely amazing. I have used it not as much as my medium hobo, but that's okay. That's okay because it's part of my collection, you know? So sometimes I just stare at it. Sometimes I just look at it. Sometimes I just put it on my shoulder when I'm not going anywhere just because that's how that's how obsessed I am with this handbag. And I don't know, maybe it's that, like I've said before, maybe it's that sweet, sweet nostalgia that just makes me enjoy it that much more, that makes me love it that much more. But whatever it is, I am so here for it. So the Gucci horsebit hobo, and it's comfortable as well. I thought that maybe this would be too annoying on my shoulder, but it hasn't been the case. But look at this. Every time that I wear it, my husband's like, oh my God, it goes all the way down past my waist. but I love it. I love just how it feels like it's obnoxious. It feels like it's just this ginormous bag, but in like the best possible way. I don't know. I feel crazy. I honestly feel crazy. I feel lightheaded whenever I bust this bag out. Is that normal? I don't think that's normal. Maybe it is, because again, we are all handbag lovers. We are all handbag addicts. And if anybody is going to understand, it's you guys. And that brings me to number 2, of course, the Fendi Spy bag in the beautiful brown leather, because you guys know the trauma that I went through with this bag, because many moons ago, I thought I bought it. It turned out to be fake. I was heartbroken. It really just kind of scarred me, not for life, but it scarred me enough to where I didn't want to deal with any kind of pre-love, because I didn't know if someone was, going to try to take advantage of my inexperience with luxury goods back in the day. I don't know, but now I'm just like, I found it as well, and I found it in the condition that I wanted it in this beautiful color, and it's absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. This bag I use more than the Gucci horsebit hobo, and it's just so comfortable. Look at this leather. It's like smooshy soft. It smells heavenly, absolutely heavenly. I am so here for it as well. It's just, I don't know, you guys, but I think it's beautiful to me, and I've said this before in other videos. It reminds me of this really yummy, delicious leather jacket, a leather jacket that you've had for decades, that has like so much wear, it has so much character to it, that I feel that all that character just really makes it stand out, and it makes it that much more beautiful. But I think it's great. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I also love how big it is. It might not look it, well, maybe it does right here, but I can fit everything and the kitchen sink. So I'm all for it. It's just one open compartment. And best of all, you have these little 007 secret compartments that just make it that much sweeter. So I had to include it. I had to include it because I am just crazy about the Fendi Spy bag. I know. This one also isn't everyone's cup of tea. So many of you were like, oh my God, that's so ugly. It's such an ugly bag. But it's just the feeling that I get, the warm and fuzzies, it's just autumn. I'm sure you guys can tell on my face. Like, you guys can see when something that I really love, something that I truly enjoy, I get like this type of giddiness that I almost feel like I'm not making any sense, because I don't even know the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's kind of how lightheaded this bag, how dizzy in a good way this bag makes me feel. I don't know. I feel like I've said too much. You guys are probably looking at me like, dude, you are nuts. You are nuts. But that's just who I am, all right? That is just who I am. Now, the last item I haven't had for very long. It was also my latest obsessions video, but the reason why it made my best purchases is because, to me, this is going to give the Louis Vuitton Neverfull a run for its money. I am talking about the Louis Vuitton Slouchy MM. So this bag, like I said, I feel like it's going to give the Neverfull MM a run for its money, and this, to me, is also a bag, and I've talked about this before. I feel like this is exactly what I've been wanting in a Louis Vuitton bag, and it checks off all the marks. There are no cons. This, to me, is perfection. I know that people don't feel that way, but I think it is such a fantastic bag. It's a hobo, it's oversized, it's simple, but it fits everything that you need as well, because it is so insanely generous. For me, the bonus is, of course, that red interior. I know that many of you guys aren't a fan of the red interior, but like I said, it is a major bonus for me, because it kind of peeks through whenever I have it like this. You have a teeny tiny bit of red popping out, but it is so comfortable. It is such a joy to use. This, to me, is also kind of very carefree, even though you do have quite a bit of leather going on. I did set it out so that way it starts to get that base patina that you guys have heard me talk about before. So I just cannot wait until this starts to age and it gets that honey golden color, because I think that it'll make the bag look that much more beautiful. But again, by far one of the most comfortable handbags that I own when it comes to a hobo, when it comes to really any style, because it's so it's just, I feel like it just kind of molds to my shoulder and molds to my body whenever I go to carry it. And it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like it's too heavy, like it's too bulbous, like it's too big. Nothing like that. As I said before, to me, this bag is absolute perfection and everything that I wanted in a Louis Vuitton bag, but I felt like I couldn't put it into words. And when I saw it, it was like, oh my God, that's it. That's exactly what I was looking for. And it gives me such old school Louis Vuitton vibes that maybe that's why I'm so crazy about it as well. But I don't know. I think it is wonderful. I seriously am debating about getting the PM as well because I can't get it out of my head either, even though they're the same silhouette. Of course, one's bigger than the other, but I feel like you can incorporate them different ways too, you know? Maybe if you don't want to have a massive bag, but you still want to have that type of structure, I feel like the PM would be a wonderful way to go. But yeah, and it has zip closure. Not that I care about the zip closure because I leave my bags open, but you have a little bit more security just in case. I did take off the lock because I did have it stored, but either way, I am crazy. I am absolutely crazy about the slouchy MM. But anyways, that does it for my best purchases of 2024. There are so many other bags that I would have loved to include in this video. Some honorable mentions would be the Coach Hampton's Hobo bag, because I feel like that took me back to when I first started collecting Coach. Of course, the Alma GM, that was also on my sub wish list, and the beautiful Pomme d'Amour, and the Louis Vuitton Judy MM in the multicolor because of the condition that I bought that bag in. But I feel like these guys right here, as I mentioned previously, they're on here because either I've been using them nonstop, I can't get enough of them, or I was just so insanely happy that I was able to add them to my collection after so many years of searching for them, you know? But I would love to know, what are some of your best purchases this year? Let us know in the comment section down below. But I love you guys to the moon and back. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.